How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So Logitech has just released their brand new ergonomic vertical mouse called the Logitech Lift. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the new vertical mouse, the Logitech Lift, run through the unboxing of this package, setting up for the very first time, and my overall first impression. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right in. Hi, my name is Ken and welcome back to the channel where we talk about filmmaking, photography, gadgets related and tech. It has been such a long time since I've last said that phrase and it feels good to be back. Well, as you can see, I'm no longer in my usual YouTube studio. If you have been following the channel, I've been recently relocated to Japan for work for the next couple of years. So the studio is, well, kind of still a work in progress. But we are not here to talk about the YouTube studio. Instead, we'll be taking a look at this vertical mouse right here, the Logitech Lift. Oh, and in case if you are wondering why this package writes Logicool, well, I found this article online from officesolutionpro.com. Apparently there's a reason why Logitech here in Japan is called Logicool. This is due to the name Logitech was actually already registered in Japan back in 1982. So in order to legally sell Logitech's products here in Japan, the company Logitech have to rebrand their name and they actually picked Logicool. So this is to avoid conflict between two different brands. So I think here in Japan, all of the Logitech products is actually labeled as Logicool. The font and the style and the packaging and everything resembles pretty much the same as Logitech. So with that out of the way, let's dive right into the unboxing. So taking a closer look at the packaging, of course on the top left corner, this new series mouse lift, printed standing Ergonomic mouse in Japanese I think, and the Ergo logo from Logitech, and a very obvious name rebranding Logicool at the very bottom of the box. If you look closely, the product code of this mouse is written M800PG. Now, the overall packaging, as I mentioned earlier, looks almost identical as my previous Logitech peripherals, a strong steel accent alongside a black box. Here's a quick spin around what's written outside of the box. And now let's open this up. From the package itself, you get a bunch of pamphlets along with a warranty card from Logicool, which is pretty standard. Onto the packaging itself. Here is the Logitech Lift in pale grey color, looking pretty slick. And oh, just as I was throwing away the wrapper that came with the mouse, I found that the instruction manual is on the wrapper itself. Instead of an additional pamphlet that nobody usually reads, this right here just explains the way to connect the device and setting it up for the very first time. Well, I guess that's pretty environmental friendly. Let's take a look at the top of the mouse. You get the Logi wording printed on the top like such. And onto the left and right clicks. They are silent clicks, thankfully. Barely any audible clicks when pressing the left and right button. And this right here is supposedly DPI switch, I think, which is also silent click. The scroll wheel's middle button is also a silent button, and the rotating wheel is also silent. So everything on top here is actually on the silent side of things. Now onto the side of the mouse click. Unfortunately, still no silent clicking on the back and forward button. As for the thumb gripping area, there's this contoured rubber material that grips pretty well. Let's try gripping the mouse for the very first time. The first time I've gripped this mouse, it hit me hard that this style of hand gripping resembles more like a pinch than a hand grab. This smaller hand grip should take no time to adapt to it, so overall feels pretty good. And to the back of the mouse, the standard Bluetooth button to switch between device 1 and 3, and there's also smooth rubber pads around the entire mouse to help the mouse glide on any surfaces. Here we have the printing lift as well as the Bolt logo and the Bluetooth logo. And here I believe is where the battery and dongle is placed, but how do you open this? Wow, the cover uses magnets to close, which is pretty cool. The older mouses actually you have to yank open the cover to access your batteries or your dongle. Well, talk about the future, magnets are the future, sort of. So AA batteries right here and the USB dongle sits right inside. A Bolt receiver, which is said to be the next generation dongle for higher connectivity reliability. Alright, that's basically everything about the unboxing of the Logitech Lift from the box. Now let's plug it into the Mac and set it up for the very first time. So let's connect the Logitech Lift to my Mac Mini via Bluetooth. So the pairing process was rather easy and straightforward. Long press the Bluetooth button and the Logitech Lift should appear on the available device to connect. And so we are in. So with the regular Logitech Options application, I don't seem to be able to see the Logitech Lift in the menu. Here you can see that I'm using the MX Master 3, which appears on the menu as expected. And by the way, the forward and back button does not work natively straight out of the box. I've tried using the back and forward button on Google Chrome as well as on the Finders app, but I can't seem to have the forward and back button working. Later I did some research and found that you will need to download Options Plus instead of the regular Logitech Options to be able to dial in and customize and remap some of your buttons. So once you have downloaded Option Plus from Logitech's website, you get an upfront guide on all of the buttons on the Logitech Lift mouse, which is pretty good. And after downloading Options Plus, the forward and back button is working well. Honestly, I'm glad that the button remapping is still an option moving forward. About the scrolling wheel, I just wanted to point out that there is a smart wheel indication printed on top of the wheel right here. However, the term smart being able to recognize the force you exert when scrolling to give you a correct scrolling response is pretty much automatic. So my initial first impression of the Logitech Lift, a really lightweight vertical mouse I would say, has a decent rubber grip holding the mouse. And the silent clicks on the left and right is a really nice finish to it. I think the newer MX Master 3S has silent clicks and they just relabeled it as the MX Master 3S. Now the Logitech Lift priced at 279 ringgit, which is pretty expensive if I'm being really honest, as I'm comparing this to my VidSync vertical mouse that I picked up for 50 ringgit. So this is the vertical mouse from VidSync. It provides a much wider grip, has silent clicks, however the scroll wheel is pretty audible. The forward and back button is also pretty loud, and it has a similar rubber contour kind of feel around the grip. So I made a full video talking about this VidSync mouse. So in case if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description box below, as well as on the card somewhere here. That being said, I look forward to fully test out this new vertical mouse by Logitech, the Logitech Lift, and give you guys my final review of this particular mouse based on my everyday use, be it casual browsing, light gaming, and even video and photo editing. So be sure to be subscribed to the channel to not miss this video when it is published. And that's basically it for this short unboxing and first impression. I hope you have found this video insightful. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave me in the comment down below. I'll be sure to get back to you guys as soon as possible. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Ken and I'll catch you all in the next video. Stay safe, peace out, and bye bye.